Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning on another Market Open live stream. Here, already diving straight into the Ethereum chart. Ethereum had a great pop yesterday, up about 8%. Uh, it's in the high 3,700s right now. Super exciting for the crypto. Um, just wow, look at it. Look at this. Look at this line, this trend line. This was just at 8:20 this morning. If we move back to here, let's go to the 30-minute chart. Today is the second. Is today the first or the second? Today is the second. Look right here. This was the big move yesterday, going from 3,500 popping up to 3,700, and then continuing to climb to 3,850 before it settled back down a tiny bit. If Ethereum can break out of this position right here, then it's in a great spot. You can see that we're above the 50-day moving average right now, and we're quite a bit above the 200-day moving average right now. Also, this morning, I know Bitcoin popped up. Let's go check out the Bitcoin chart. BTC floating above 50,000 right now. Wow, excellent. Just yesterday, Bitcoin was below the 200-day, so it had quite a pop. If Bitcoin can hold this 50,000 mark and even go up to the $1 trillion market cap, which is around 53,000, that would be a very bullish sign for the cryptos. We would love to see that. So let's go Bitcoin. Let's pump it up. Love to see that. Zooming out. Let's go to the day chart for Bitcoin. What have we seen? Um, it's held pretty steady. We can see, wow, just look at this growth from late July, back when it was low 30,000s, even 29,000. It just climbs steadily up, up, down, up, down, up. It's a little bit, it's been holding a little bit for the past couple weeks since the 20th. But if it can beat here and really break out towards the 53,000 mark, here is whenever it was holding the old all-time highs. It's hitting back here again at the high 50s, a great support level. If it breaks through here, we could really be pushing all-time highs relatively soon. So this is very exciting. As for to why the crypto market broke out yesterday, there's a few likely reasons. What Ethereum being the main pusher, uh, the NFT market, the popularization of that has really pushed crypto up. People keep buying their Bored Ape Yacht Club and their Crypto Punks, and Crypto Punks has passed $1 billion in trading just for that 10,000 unit NFT club, for lack of a better term. Over $1 billion has been spent buying and selling CryptoPunks. Just insane. Not sure what that number is for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Of course, there's other things like the Rock NFT that has sold for over $1 million of just the JPEG of the Rock. And by the Rock, I don't mean Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean like a rock. uh, but this is really exciting for crypto. It's hopefully we can really start the second leg of this bull market and get up there. Let's check out Cardano. How's Cardano doing today? ADA. ADA's broken $3. Wow. Wow. We need to change from the week chart. Let's go to the 5-minute chart for ADA. Okay. It's been holding steady here for the past bit of time. The moving average is surprisingly high. This doesn't seem right to me that the 50-day would be at this point. Hmm. Because and the 200-day definitely shouldn't be this high. Kind of confused on that, honestly. Maybe if we change. Yeah, that makes more sense. The day chart has us at 184, but the minute chart has us quite a bit up. Maybe these moving averages. Someone let me know down in the comments below. Do these moving averages count these candles and it averages the previous 50 of those for the 50 moving average or and 200, or um and so therefore the day chart is really what we should be looking at if we're curious about what the moving average is. That's what it appears to be. um I don't really like that. I want to know the moving average, the daily moving average, the 50-day, not the 50 times 5-minute moving average. But I digress. Looking at the 5-minute chart, Cardano is chilling above $3. When did it have its little breakout? It pushed up to 310, and then here, let's go to the 30-minute chart here, and let's get rid of those. They aren't helping for our purpose right now. Wow, this was the candlestick yesterday. Wow, we were at floating at 285 and then just immediately exploded up. Again, Cardano's Alonzo uh, comes out September 12th. A lot of people are pushing Cardano up before that date. Is it going to be another buy the rumor, sell the news, or is Cardano going to dump on the 12th? Um, only time will tell. Have to wait and see what's happening there. But exciting nonetheless about everything that's to come within the crypto space. Okay, let's check out our stocks in our watch list. See what were the big movers yesterday. Didi, China stock, up 12%. About Chainlink, okay, that's another crypto. Tencent, Uber, Alibaba, Skills, Moderna. Those are our big movers yesterday in our watch list. Again, if you want me to add a stock to the watch list, comment down below what you want us to look at. More than happy to learn all about your holdings and help you out as much as I can. So just let me know by commenting down below. Really appreciate that. Um, so the China stocks are moving. Again, if you've been watching this channel, you know how I feel about the China stocks. They kind of scare me. Honestly, you just never know what the Chinese government's going to pull. They can easily do a rug pull and just make everything drop pretty substantially and pretty quickly. And they do scare me. Are they undervalued? In my eyes, yes, they are. But with the Chinese government having the control that they do, which I'm not saying is good or bad, by the way. So Chinese government, don't come after me. But it's it's just a thing that's not existing in the Western world. The U.S. government couldn't come in and do this to one of like to Amazon. Well, they tried to, but to the degree that China does it to their companies, just not possible. I mean, China banned gaming just a couple of days ago. Am I right? But so let's click on Baba and see it. So I think just a couple of days ago we saw Baba. Um, Here, let's go to the 4-hour chart for BABA. Happened a few days ago. We saw BABA was in the low 150s, so it has picked up again to 173. If you do like the Chinese stocks, this is still an excellent time to buy. I mean, look at the chart. Let's go to the day chart. It's just insane. You can't even see the top because it was above 300. It was above 300 bucks at some point. Okay. So we keep getting these sticks closer together, but I mean, it just was a huge run up. Huge run up. Let's go to the week chart. Maybe that will be even better to see it. Here we go. We can see the moves. I guess, oh yes, I remember 2019. We're back to 2019 levels. We can see here, when was this? This was November of last year. We is whenever we saw Baba at its highs, and we've just fallen off ever since. So you're still getting a 50% discount from the highs, and so if you like the Chinese stocks, I mean, of all the Chinese stocks, I do think Baba is probably um, it's one I would own. Maybe JD.com. It's just so hard for me to choose a Chinese stock. But maybe I'm crazy. If you think I'm crazy, let me know down below in the comments to be like, Griffin, you're totally crazy. Chinese stocks have so much value in them. Uh, they're the government, yes, they're pushing it down, 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 but it's going to explode, and you could take all those gains, all those sweet tendies. You, well, what are you doing? If that's your attitude towards it, fantastic. Let me know down below. Uh, whenever you make those tendies, post it, tag me, and say, "Hey, I told you so." I love to celebrate your gains with you. That'd be fantastic. Okay, let's check out what else is going on. Skills up. Skills, another company that's attractive. So look at Skills. It's back to almost IPO levels. I mean, it's floating around $12. Yes, it had a big bump just from the last few days. I mean, look at this. It was $10, and now it's popped up to almost 14, but then fell back to this 12 level. And I'd be like, $12 a couple days ago was 10. Oh my God, buying too high. You're really not, because skill. This is just a tiny bit, by a tiny bit. IPO was what? What did it IPO at? It was the 983 level, so nearly $10. So it's only up 20% from its IPO, which happened uh, May of last year. So, and then it ran all the way up to 46. And Skills is something I like. I owned Skills for a while. I did end up selling it for some crypto. I got trapped in this red drop. I bought it, in the mid 20s, and then I paper handed, guys. I'm sorry to admit it. I did paper hand. If it fell, I took a tiny loss on it. I'm ashamed to admit that to you, but it's just the truth. I want to be transparent with you guys. It's just the truth. And then bought some Bitcoin with it. So not too mad about my decision. Uh, my Bitcoin is looking good. So it is what it is. It is what it is with that. So what were big losses yesterday? Lucid Group, AMC, Workhorse, Marathon. Marathon oil and is getting hit kind of hard from the Hurricane Ida. Tilray in the red yesterday, only a little bit though. AMC and GameStop both lost. How is GameStop doing? I mean, GameStop's in the 200s. I think if you're a GameStop holder, you have to be pretty happy with that. And AMC is where? Mid 40s and climbing. if AMC can push some new highs, that'd be amazing. I'm not sure what it would take to get it there. I'm not sure what the short interest is on AMC at this point. Um, I do not know. Let's head over to Wall Street Journal and check out some news. Okay, let's go to the homepage first. At least 8 dead as Ida floods batter Greater New York. Okay. State of emergency announced in New York City and New Jersey. Wow. The rain's really carrying upwards. Wow. Authorities in New York City and New Jersey confirmed the fatalities after record breaking rainfall, flash floods, and power outages. Wow. Wasn't realizing that was happening up in New York from Hurricane Ida. Joblessness claims fall to 340,000, remaining at pandemic low. Businesses have kept layoffs in check despite concerns about Delta variant of COVID-19. Okay. Jobless claims fell to a new pandemic low. Initial jobless claims fell by 14,000 to 340,000 in the week the week ended August 28th. Uh, this was the lowest level since the pandemic took hold in the US in March 2020. The 4-week moving average of claims, which smooths week to week volatility, fell to 355,000, also a pandemic low. Okay, good. Economists estimate that US employers added 720,000 jobs to payroll in August, a modest deceleration from July, but the third straight month of robust gains after the pace of hiring cooled in the winter and spring. The Labor Department will release the August report on Friday. Yes, jobs report now comes out September 3rd, which is tomorrow. So we'll be talking about those numbers whenever it comes out. Excited to learn what they are. Okay. Apple to allow media apps to link to own website for payments. Wow, this is big news. This is big news after South Korea announced what they did about the payment systems and in the App Store. Spotify and other technology companies for years have said Apple's restrictions were unfair and anti competitive. Apple said it would allow media apps to create in app links to sign up pages on their company's websites, allowing the likes of Spotify and Netflix to bypass the iPhone maker's cut of subscriptions. Spotify and other tech companies for years have said Apple's restrictions were unfair and anti competitive. The company previously prohibited Spotify and others from directing their users to sign up options outside the App Store. Apple revealed the change Wednesday, saying it was among adjustments made to close an investigation by the Japan Fair Trade Commission and will apply globally to so-called reader apps available through Apple App Store. The change will go into effect early next year, so they're still gonna get the Q3 and Q4 money from the App Store. Don't worry, guys. But it will go in effect next year, and so they're raking it in while they can. So they're talking about a U.S. judge weighed an antitrust case brought by Fortnite maker Epic Games. It claims that Apple was improperly limiting distribution of apps through its App Store and requiring payments to be conducted through its in-app payment system, which takes a cut as large as 30%. Again, as we talked about yesterday or a couple of days ago, Tencent owns like 40% of Epic Games, and Tencent's the China company, and China just banned games for kids again. I just think that's so crazy. If you think that's crazy, give this video a thumbs up. If you're here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here with me. Just crazy news out there. It's just insane. Okay, so that's news with the Apple App Store. I hadn't heard about that. Apparently, that was said Wednesday. I guess that was just yesterday. I missed it yesterday. Okay, let's go over to CNBC, see if they have anything different. Jobless claims total 340,000. Okay. Toddler. Oh, that's sad. Okay, we just talked about that. Chinese regulators summon 11 ride hailing firms, including Didi, over illegal behavior. China cutting in. Let's take a look at this. Chinese regulators have summoned and interviewed 11 ride hailing firms asking them to rectify non compliant behavior. Regulators allege that the services are recruiting in unapproved drivers and vehicles. The Ministry of Transport, along with a number of other regulators, jointly interviewed the companies, including Didi, T3, and Meituan. Totally butchered that. Comment down below how you properly pronounce that company name. Thank you, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially if you're here. Really do appreciate it. Okay. This doesn't seem all too interesting. Let's hop over to CNBC, see what if they're saying anything.
What's happening with auto sales. She also says, I wonder what is happening as she believes people are abandoning gasoline powered vehicles for electric
Ford sales
vehicles.
down
But she doesn't say
33%
it
this
immediately.
month.
It says over a long period of time. It is going to happen, but it's not going to happen immediately. And as far as a percentage of sales guys being up, it's up like 30% for EVs. We're coming off a really low base. So, yes, it looks like a big conversion, but we're just not seeing the numbers that would support her saying people are abandoning ICE vehicles at this point.
Phil, I think we got the numbers from Ford. I don't know if you had a chance to review them, but I'm seeing them come up here.
Down 33.1%.
Yeah, 124,176 units.
And remember, David, like. August is typically one of the busiest months of the year for automakers. The sales, if they're not at the top, they're close to the top. Typically, we see a sales pace of 16 to 17 million vehicles. Sometimes it's closer to 17, maybe 17.5 million vehicles. We're nowhere close to that. And that's why you have what we have right now. There's just no inventory. And as a result, drive around to a dealership sometime. Look at how much empty space there is on the lot right now. That's because there's just not the supply.
Yeah. It's certainly being down 5 million units at an annual rate for North American sales is not accounted for a few 100,000 going toward Teslas. Phil, thank you very much. Coming up, Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He'll be on Squawk on the Street.
All right, let's pull off. Let's look at the COVID cases that's happening right now. Let's change from Texas, show all. Where are we at? Well, lately we've been seeing a leveling of the curve. I still just like checking this every day, seeing where we're at even more. Can't wait till we have that downward inflection. We're still slowly going up. Yesterday it looks like we had 210,000 new cases in the U.S. Wow. But and what about the death rate? Has that been going down and just cases been going up, or is it all going up? It doesn't really give the data the same way. Hmm. All right. Well, there's the COVID stats. There's the COVID stats. Let's go over to Coin Market Cap, see if there's anything interesting to see there. Okay, we can see Bitcoin's on the rise, like we talked about. Ethereum, Cardano, everything pushing. Cardano pushing the $100 billion market cap. Wow, good for Cardano. Ethereum pushing the half a trillion, and Bitcoin pushing the 1 trillion. Wouldn't we love to see that 1 trillion, half a trillion, and 100 billion? That'd be great. Dogecoin, big gain for the Doge, 30.5 cents right now. Solana missed. It got a little bit of the pump. It's still green, but it missed it. It's up a percent. Still an amazing $34 billion compared to where it was, you know, just a couple weeks ago. Just insane gains for it. Chainlink breaking $30. Wow, great for Chainlink. Good gains. The cryptocurrency as a whole, wow, increased 5% yesterday. Whenever something that's $2 trillion increases by 5% in a day, that's pretty significant, right? That's insane. Um, wow. Good for them. Good for them. Good for crypto market. And Bitcoin's still decreased its dominance by a tiny bit, even with its gain, but the crypto market as a whole up 5%. Excellent, excellent, excellent. ETH gas prices 109 GUI. Okay. Let's see if we can find some news happening. Here, take this out. Ethereum. Just want some basic news. Anything interesting? Supreme, okay. Taliban have declared victory. Hate that. Okay, let's go to business news. See if we see anything. The jobless numbers. Apple hit with antitrust case in India over app payment issues. South Korea. I mean, we just saw that article. Apple to as soon as the beginning of next year to begin allowing companies to bypass the Apple App Store payment system. What are Ghost Kitchen and why are Kroger putting them in their store? That's interesting. Kroger to put Ghost Kitchens in. Kroger, the maker of Mr. Beast Burger. Excellent. Okay. Let's go back over to our stocks. See what's happening. Any big moves pre-market? Big pre-market moves? Workhorse down quite a bit. TXG up 2%. Tencent up 4%. Again, Chinese stocks at the low, coming up a tiny bit. Riot Blockchain down 2%, down another 2%. I'm kind of surprised. What about our friend Hut Mining? Up 3%. Good. It was down a bit, but I'm happy it's up a little bit on the news. Johnson & Johnson up 1/3%. Netflix up 2.25%. Palantir down 0.5%. S&P 500 at 451. Doing great, the S&P. Okay. Let's check out our markets. Everything's green right now. That's exciting. It's exciting when, well, this is healthcare. But looking good. Looking good. Love to see the green. Okay, back to the AMC chart. AMC could really have a breakout. What do you think, guys? Comment down below what you think the biggest movers of today are going to be. Excited to learn that. All right, everybody. We are almost to the opening bell. About 2 minutes away. Again, everybody, thank you so much for being here with me. Thrilled to have you. And while I do have you, again, I'm new to the streaming. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are here and you're seeing this part, hit that subscribe button. Truly appreciate it. Comment down below what your favorite stock is, what you want to see from me while I do these streams. Um, I want to try my best to give you guys a good financial education and to make it fun. So, let's pop over to CNBC, see what they're saying.
Loss and missing on revenue. Customer levels disappointing the street in
Chewy
particular. Here's what
misses,
Chewy
slides
CEO
on
had to
revenue.
say yesterday on
Ooh,
Closing
Chewy
Bell about
down.
the company's website traffic.
Down 11%.
You know, Q2 traffic was flat to a little bit down, but traffic to Chewy's website, to our platforms, were actually up 20%. That tells you two things. One, that the consumer inflow to our platform and their buying behaviors are strong. Secondly, it tells you that we're actually picking up share from a market that actually is reeling from kind of the post impact of the highs of the last year.
Yeah, I mean, picking up share, probably no doubt for the rest of the pet supplies industry, but just not quickly enough. You see the stock indicated down 9%. This stock peaked at 120. So you've lost a 30-year value, and it very much is in that category, I think, of companies that
Wow, peaks at 120 down to
a fast-growing part of the economy, in e-commerce, or you want to talk about Zoom or all the rest of it. That got an acceleration effect during the pandemic. Also, just the huge pet adoption, everything going on. And now it's about what's the real run rate? Prove that it wasn't just a pull forward and a surge.
You're trying really hard not to say tailwind, but I know you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But no, I think what's interesting here is that it kind of is this microcosm of what we're seeing across the board with
Moderna
retail
up.
in terms of the higher labor costs that are taking place. That affected their bottom line. You've also got issues on the supply chain. They specified, wet dog food as being something that they were unable to source as effectively. Clearly, those types of issues are not limited to brick and mortar
all right,
retailers.
one minute
but also
away from the
e-commerce
market
as well.
open. Let's
Mike, as we
almost there.
count down to the opening bell here, I mean, keeping an eye on the mega caps as we have all week. Of course, we talked to Apple and Google at the top of the show with Tom Forte briefly. Alphabet, I should say, approaching that $2 trillion market value. Also noticed NVIDIA shares have had a surge of late, not quite in that top tier, but it is $560 billion in market value.
Yeah.
And one of the great performers over the last few years, of course, as we know.
Here we go. Let's bring it in. Bringing in the opening bell.
Yeah, beyond the FANG, the super growth favorites have been taking the lead. Tesla's been acting very well too. It's also in that sub-trillion-dollar range. So we have had a perking up of the old NASDAQ trend that peaked about a year ago today.
Woo! All right, let's see it. Let's see that map. Let's see all green. Green. Let's go for the green.
Open up the stops. Real estate investment
Oh,
companies,
love
site
that.
centers
Beautiful day today.
did the honors here at the big board. Over at the NASDAQ,
Beautiful day today.
residential
Everything looks
medical
green.
equipment maker, Quipt Home
I guess you can buy the dip on Chewy. Not much else you can buy the dip
Board.
on. Everything's
Come back to
green.
that theme that you were discussing. I mean, sort of a resurgence of life.
All right, let's pull off. Look at this Chewy. Look at this Chewy candlestick. Just drops 10% down from the $87 mark down to this 78, 73 at the lowest buy point. We're on the minute chart. What's going to be happening with Chewy? Are people buying it? People selling it? Still has a little bit more volume. Okay. Oh, going down lower. Is it gonna? Oh, where's it gonna be at? Look at that. Let's see if CNBC has any news for us since we covered quite a bit already this morning.
Tend to kind of see this right before non-farm payrolls come out due
Yes.
tomorrow. Of course, this is something that's going to be
The markets
very
are
much
up a little bit on
one
the
that we
open.
pay attention to, given its
Happy to see that.
importance with regarding monetary policy these days. But kind of this wait and see activity thing
Okay.
tends to really benefit from that because people see
Love the
that,
S&P heat map.
rightly or wrongly, as a way to kind of play growth without being too risk centered.
Sure. And the
Looking
question
good.
is it kind of
17
a market
points.
where you can win two ways in the sense of, look, if the numbers aren't great, then we know that the Fed will look for an excuse to go slower, and you can hide in the growth stocks. Although if you go the other direction and people start to think that it's game on for the Fed and we're going to have to be getting into taper mode, if the cyclicals are the thing to run, then it doesn't always help the indexes because the indexes are so heavy in the big growth stocks. So that's your trade-off.
Another market theme or story that we've been following for quite some time, of course, is the continued
All right, let's
pace
pull
of
off
regulation from China over many of its companies.
Here we have our watch list. What are the big market movers this morning? Chainlink again breaking $30. Hut Mining up quite a bit from the crypto. So Marathon Digital, Nikola, Lucid Group up quite a bit. That's great. Everything's green. Look at all that green. What's our big loser? Of course, Chewy. Scales down a tiny bit. AMC down a tiny bit. But all of this, too early to really tell how the day is going to play out. Berkshire holding steady as it pretty much always does. All right. That's great. Great, great, great. Okay, everybody. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this Market Open live stream. I enjoyed talking with you guys through all of this. And if you want to, again, if you want to see anything specific from me, just let me know down in the comments below. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but thank you so much for being with me. And until next time, be kind to everybody, okay? Take care.